Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Wow, 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 wow. Happy Monday to all you crazy human animals. Happy Monday. It is what day? Monday, June 19th. National. See, this is what I was talking about last time. I don't even know which national day it is. I guess it's depending who you are. It would be National Day for you. And this is, I hate, this is the kind of shit that I get comments on about. Stop touching the mic. Don't do this. Jesus. I'll do what I want. Touch the mic. Anyways, happy National Day word with friends. See, at first, when it said Happy National Day, I thought it was talking about National Day with friends. Have a word with your friends. Explain to them what's going on, the ins and outs of your life, whatever needs to be said in your friendship with your friends. And no, it was not it. Apparently, it is National Words with Friends competition, the word play. So basically the game, it was the word, I think it's a word play game. I don't know what spell game. Some spelling game was created on June 19th of I don't know what year, but it wasn't recently. And see, the next National Day goes National Get Out of the Doghouse. Get Out of the Doghouse Day. And it makes sense if you think the National Word with Friends Day with friends. What is it? National Word with Friends Day. It makes sense if that's the National Day together with, right? It makes a lot of sense. Because you made a friend, now you're in the doghouse, now National Day to get out. You got your word in with your friend because you were in the doghouse. So it made perfect sense. They both connected with each other. But it doesn't. Apparently, it's National Get Out of the Doghouse Day. It is National Get Out of the Doghouse. So occasionally, we all need a free pass. National Get Out of the Doghouse Day on the third Monday of July offers the fast track home we all need once in a while. It is if you're in trouble. It makes sense. It's the National Day. If you're in trouble, it's time to get the fuck out. But how many times a day or a week or a year do you go into doghouse do you have to have a National Day for? What a ridiculous way to... But I love them. What ridiculous. It's ridicule. Oh, excuse me. They say I'm supposed to have something to drink here so my mouth doesn't get dry. But there's a couple podcasts that I listen to that the host itself does that. He has water in. I gotta say, it is freaking annoying when you hear somebody through your headphones or in your ears drinking water. There is nothing worse than the drinking noise that everybody makes. That's the worst. If you're podcasting and you're listening, please don't drink water while you record. It sounds really horrible. There's a lot of things that I've noticed that I do too. My body needs to stop moving. This chair needs to stop fucking moving. That's another thing that I need to work on. Anyways, so there's National 3 days of things, 3 things National Day. And then the next one is National Dequery Day. Dequery? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. So, okay, well, apparently National Dequery Day happens each year on July 19th when people fill their glasses with rum-based cocktail. I don't know who drinks cocktails. I certainly don't. This was my problem when I used to drink a lot. I never ever drank like that a cocktail. It was either always glass full of liquor and just chug it down the gullet, or shots. That was my drinking time. And obviously is the worst way to do it. Obviously, I came to find out. And nowadays, I just don't have it to drink in me. I much rather smoke with that little devil's lettuce, you know. That gets my wheels rolling. But alcohol, I'm just not there no more. I just can't wake up the next morning. Fuck, I'm so done. I'll never drink again, and just wait till the next weekend and do it again. Nah, I can't do that no more. But if that's you, that's more power to you. But not for me. I'm done doing that part of my life because it's rough. Let me tell you. Yeah. Anyways, but back to the National Dequery Day. So apparently, the Dequery was likely invented by Cuban miners. An engineer named Jennings Cox supervised a mine in a village named Dequery in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. After work, Cox and his colleagues would gather at the local bar. One day, Cox mixed Bacardi's sugar and lime into a glass of ice named after Dequery mines. The drink became a popular staple in Havana. So I guess that's what it is. It's a drink from Cuba, from the Havana. And I'm glad I touched that. You know what? It's perfect. This is perfect because I've been seeing a lot of videos. See, this is the thing that I don't understand. I cannot comprehend. Okay. So we all talk about the things that the U.S. has done in other countries, like meddling in their politics and sticking their nose in a place. Most of the time, like per se, Venezuela, Honduras, El Salvador, all of those countries that they couldn't get nothing out of them and they just left them out to die like that. They went in there, they got involved, and they got out, and everything went to shit apparently. So my thing that I don't understand is, see, I'm not even making any sense because I just don't know how to put this. We've all seen the shit that's happening in Cuba. Horrible. And a society that's not stable it's chaos. And that's what they're living, chaos. And I feel for them. And I certainly hope that does not happen here at home. It's scary to see how it all went from nothing to, I mean, at least from what we were seeing here. One day it was nothing, and then the next day it was chaos everywhere. Ooh, this is happening in South Africa. Ooh, this is happening in Cuba. Ooh, this is happening in Haiti. It's just one thing after another. But again, I understand it's because we're all connected. Everybody's connected with everybody now. And whatever happens, everybody comes in and finds out right away. But what I don't get is most people from other countries have been talking about the U.S. saying, well, they got involved over there and now everything over there is all fucked up. But you see these people marching in Florida asking for the U.S. to get involved. For what? For something? If something goes south, so they can have somebody else to blame. Everything is already going south. And like I said, I feel for them. But I don't understand. One moment they're claiming that the U.S. is the devil and they shouldn't meddle in anywhere in any country's politics, and now we're protesting so that the Biden administration does get involved. What is that about? Can anybody help me understand this? Because it's I can't comprehend. When a couple of months ago, everybody was hating the U.S. because they were doing this and that and this, and that they were meddling in other politics. Right? But then what happened? Russia apparently got involved and shit went south, and everybody looked to blame somebody else for the problems. I mean, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong. For a matter, this is just what I think. Again, this is our 2 cents with Oscar, where we talk about what we want and we give our opinions on what we want. But this is what's been bothering me like all week, because I've been watching what's going on, and it seems wild. It's way too wild what's going on. But like I said, that's my question. Why is it that now they want the U.S. to meddle into those? What is it called? Politics? I don't understand. And it's wonderful that all the people gathered up and rowed their boats all the way to over there and spread the love. It's wonderful that there's human beings that are willing to do that. I'm not saying don't do it. All I'm saying is that's very dangerous. Obviously, crossing the ocean is very dangerous. But it's wonderful that there's people that actually care enough to do that. And for the most part, that's when you know how communal human beings are. When the worst thing happens in an area, humans come together and they help, and it goes on like that. It's great. It's great. So, but if the U.S. meddles in it, isn't it bad though? Because isn't that Russia's territory? I guess it would be Russia's ally, not territory. And is that bad? I don't understand why we have a problem with the Russians. When everybody says the Russians, what does that mean? It's only a certain group of that ethnicity. That's not even ethnicity of that country. There's only a certain group of people in that country that actually have ill intent towards Americans, which is us all. How do we get to a point where everybody understands that it's not like the narrative would be like the country has beef with this country, so everybody is literally beefing with them. But we don't know. We don't even know why. I don't even know why. I guess we could say we do know why. But how do as a human being get along with other human beings? See, it goes back to that story in the Bible where the Tower of Babylon, where everybody was making their own language and God didn't like it, or something like that. Was it like that? But I don't know. I think that there's a story right there of how it came to be that everybody acquire different languages. But this has to be from a long time, over a millennium, and it's just a bunch of sounds. Have you ever seen what a dog understands? A dog understands expression, is that the right word? And sounds. So if you go, the dog will know that when you go do this and go, it means to go over there. That's what the dog knows. And I don't even know. This is what we should have talked to Houston last time. See, this was a perfect question. Like, you live and you learn. So we'll see if we can storage that question for the near future, so that way we can ask it to the right person. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the U.S. shouldn't interfere. I'm not saying that the U.S. should interfere in Cuba. But all I'm saying is, if it all goes south, now the U.S. is the devil because they did it. They did this. They did that. But I don't know how one should handle that. I just hope this shit gets together, man. And how hard is it to let people live? Let people fucking be. Can't we just fucking all get along? But see, you can't really let people be, because then you have other people that will be more than others, and other people that aren't really interested in being more than the other. And that one that wants to be more than the other always wants to step over that person that wants to be just it. And that's our flaw as human beings. We are very territorial. We worry about many endeavors that we shouldn't. But that's us, human beings. Anyways, so who was it that went to space? The Virgin guy, right? Yeah, the Virgin guy. I see there's a lot of people that are saying we should all be worried because billionaires are going to space. First of all, if you wanted to go to space, you should have created your own $1 billion. Simple as that. Don't be mad at those people that actually created that wealth. Now, I've said that. What I'm opposed, but I'm not really opposed to it. But most people think the billionaires do step over people. That's true for the most part. But I'm not saying you should be an asshole, but you can too. If you got your shit together and start working on something and made it happen. Now, you might not get to that $1 billion, but you will for sure be grateful that you did try it. Because you will know if you were able to make at least half or at least the full million, the billion, I don't know. But my thing is not being a millionaire. I enjoy the finer things in life, and people get mad at me because I'm going to say what I say this. I've said it before in a group setting, and they weren't content with what I had said. Because I'm working on all these things that I'm working on right now. Whether it's my personal life or whether it's some other type of business that I'm trying to get going. But my goal is not to be a billionaire. I guess what I'm saying is the goal is to have just enough to where you don't even have to look at the bill. Be like, how much was this? I got this. That's the goal. The goal is not to acquire riches. Maybe the goal was to acquire riches when I was like 17, 18. Maybe that was the goal. And you know what? I wouldn't even say maybe. That was the goal. And if I would have gotten my shit together, I'd probably be halfway by there if I would have started a long time ago. But going back to the billionaires going to space. The Virgin guy went to space because he has the money to do it. And why are you worried about it? Let him go to space. Let him fucking waste his money wherever the fuck he wants to. It's kind of good because it creates jobs, right? The rocket, those airplanes and rockets did not build itself. You needed an engineer, and then you needed people to do the labor. So it created jobs. So what are you complaining about? The people got jobs? Are you worried about jobs? Are you worried about the immigrants taking your job? No, nobody's worried about that. I guess some people are. That was the narrative a couple years back, right? They're taking your job. That was the narrative. I'd enjoy that. But it's not that they're taking the jobs. It's that they're willing to do the job at a lower price. But whose fault is that? Now, are you going to give the job to the person that charges the right amount or the person that charges just below the right amount? Obviously, if you're well-off person, you're always looking to save money. You're always looking to make your business better. You're always looking to increase your, what is it? Your return revenue, whatever the hell it's called. Whatever you make your revenue. I don't know what it's called. And I don't even know what I was saying. I forgot. But the billionaires, they let them fucking go to space. I'd say let them go. And hopefully, by the time Elon Musk goes to Mars, hopefully we will be able to catch a ticket too. So I'm not even worried about it. I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited for the things that come in the future. But I am scared because it's unknown territory where we're going. It's uncharted territories. Yeah, that's what it was. Uncharted territories. I enjoy those. I wouldn't. I shouldn't say I enjoy this. I should say I would enjoy a trip like that to space. It would be interesting. But this guy didn't even go to space, so I don't even know what the hell people are crying about. He went to space on a technicality. Technically, he was in space, but he literally was not. He was still inside the firmament. He did not break through the firmament, ladies and gentlemen. The firmament was not broken. And, I'm glad I brought this up. So, I saw a video of a guy who was saying, we'll see if he breaks through the firmament, because the firmament, goes past the moon. So, apparently, the firmament has moved. Because before, the moon was not in the firmament. But now the moon is in the firmament. I guess that's the wobble that we're talking about, right? The moon wobble and that was going to cause mass destruction. Guess what? It's fucking hot over here in California. It's 100-degree weather. Shit is hot. But I feel sorry for Texas. I mean, Arizona, right? What are you guys out there? 117, 20? That's hot. What about, is it, LA? No, one of the southern states. I don't know, but they're getting flooded. Oh, Germany and Holland. Apparently, the West Germany, they're getting obliterated by water. Is that the right word? I don't even know. But I guess that's global warming for you. And what are you gonna do, right? But anyways, see, this is the other one. This is the kind of shit that worries me, that could, what we're seeing here in this country, it's leading to wherever the hell Cuba's at. Because if people don't get their shit together, that could get there in a blink of an eye. Apparently in the before Cuba took power, people had guns, but then he didn't make guns illegally. Technically, he made everything else almost impossible to get. But if you got caught with a weapon, they would take it away and destroy it, and that's how they got rid of guns. Now, that could very well happen here. But here's the other thing. See, there was a podcast that they were talking about the soldiers not doing what the government or bureaucrats have asked them to do, because they're people too. But look at what the shit's happening in Cuba. There's people shooting back at people who are protesting. So it's the fact that they're people, it doesn't matter. If they believe in the ideology enough, they will die for it. See, those are the two things that are worst in this planet Earth. The two worst things about human. And I forgot what I was going to say. I completely forgot about. Two worst things about humans. Territory territorial. I don't know. I forgot my train of thought. Anyways, but back to the article. This is an article. What's going on in the world right now? So this type of shit, it's scary. So see, North Korea warns young people against using slangs from the South. North Korea state media has urged its young people against using slangs from the South Korea and told them to speak North Korean standard languages, whatever the fuck that means. There were also fresh warnings in North Korea official newspaper against adopting the fashion, hairstyles, and music of the South Korea. So they don't want no cake pop over there. It is part of a sweeping new law which seeks to stamp out any kind of foreign influence with harsh penalties. For those found in breach of the law can face jail or even execution. So, maybe for getting Snooki's blowout. Is it blowout? Poof? Whatever the fuck it is. Would that be considered illegal? I don't know, but I would sure as hell think so. Rodong Singnam newspaper warned millennial of the dangers following South Korean pop culture. The ideology and culture penetration under the colorful colored signboard of the bourgeois is even more dangerous than enemies who are taking guns, the article read. So, whatever we're doing here in the States, or whatever South Korea is doing, it's very dangerous because it could get you free from those fucks. It's more dangerous than enemies who are taking guns. What the fuck does that mean? It stresses that Korean based on the Pyongyang dialect is superior and that young people should use it correctly. This is the kind of bullshit about them using proper language. See, when are these people going to pass out and just let everybody live? The North Korea has recently sought to stamp out South Korean slang. For example, a woman calling her husband an oppa, which means older brother. Whoa. But is often used to refer to a boyfriend. I'm kind of against using oppa, if that's the right term. Older brother. We talking about Alabama here? I don't know. But it's often used to refer to as boyfriend. Korean influences is seen as a threat to North Korea communist regime and its supreme leader Kim Jong-un gripped on power. He recently labeled K-pop a vicious cancer that corrupts the youth of North Korea, according to the New York Times. Hey, so if K-pop is cancer, what the fuck are you? Anyone caught with a large amount of media from South Korea, the United States, or Japan now faces the death penalty. Those caught watching it face prison camp for 15 years. Yo, what the fuck is happening in this fucking shit place? So how come Trump didn't call this country a shithole? Because the people who are running are definitely pieces of shit. But despite the risk, foreign influence continues to seek into North Korea and highly sophisticated smuggling ring to bring in banned media reportedly continue to operate. Some North Korean defectors have said that watching South Korean dramas played a part in their decisions to escape. Well, of course, they don't want to be part of that bullshit. Telling people this is a cancer. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck's wrong with you? Get with the program. Yang Mo-ying, a professor at the University of North Korea Studies, told the Korea Herald that King, who was educated in Switzerland, is well aware that K-pop or Western culture could easily permeate into the younger generations and have a negative impact on the socialist system. He knows that this culture aspects could impose a burden on the system. So by stumping them out, Kim is trying to prevent further troubles in the future. I say this little fat fuck is scared of people actually rising and turning on him. Because look, they know, and I'm speaking in general. I'm generalizing right now. Every politician knows that people do really have the power. The only way people will exercise that power is if everybody at the same time agrees on it. But we're too fucking stupid. We cannot agree on anything. So it's never going to happen. And people like this will keep thriving around the world because we're so fucking dumb and we fall into their fucking brainwashing lies or whatever the fuck you want to call them. But it is scary. Look, 15 years for fucking watching a video. How ridiculous does that sound? That sounds just as ridiculous as saying they caught me with a half a gram of weed and I went to jail for that. That sounds just as ridiculously as that. It's crazy to think that just because you were holding a video in your person, how would you hold a video in your person? Well, anyways, but if they have phones, I don't even know if they have phones, but if they have phones and you get caught with one of those, I mean, that's it for you. They're gonna fucking take you out. But you know, that's what some people want for this country too, and that's scary. That's fucking scary. We're all seeing what's happening in Cuba, what's happening in North Korea, what's happening in the world. We can see it. Why don't we take a page out of those chapters and see what the fuck we could do better? There's no money in being better. That's why there's absolutely zero money in being better, and they know it, and that's why it's never gonna happen. And who's they? Well, they is they. I don't know who they is. See, but that's it for that. So North Korea, you're crazy. You gotta get it together. Let the people do what the fuck they want. Shit. So we all know the Olympics got canceled last year due to COVID. But this year it seems like the Olympics will be in play. Now, I could give a single fuck about the Olympics. I really don't care. As a matter of fact, I don't give a shit about sports. That's it. I know a little bit about them, but I just really don't give a crap about them. Main reason being because if they win or lose, I don't get shit. Neither do you. Now, if you're betting money and you have an open bet on a game or something, whatever the hell you're doing, my bookie, whatever the fuck. What's the other one? I forgot the name of it. But anyways, whatever the other one is. But if you're betting money in anything like that, then I can see why you would be excited about sports. But however, I cannot see why you would be excited if you're just, we won. You know, what the fuck did you win? You didn't win shit. As a matter of fact, you didn't even move your ass out of your couch. If I put you to run out there, you'll get tired running a freaking block down the street from your house. Most of those people are fat and out of shape. So don't get too excited about sports because you can get a heart attack. That's all I'm saying. Which leads me to my next point. Those athletes in the Olympics, how much money do they make the Olympics? They make them a shit ton of money. Most players, they get nil, zippo. I mean, I don't know. I was never in the Olympics, right? So how the fuck do I know that they don't get shit? But that's the word. The word is that they don't get paid. So I have a problem with that. the Olympics brings in a shit ton of money. They do a lot of fucking ads. They do a lot of shit that's gonna make you money. Tickets are expensive. People pay to get in there. It's not like they're free. Everybody pays to get in there. They make a lot of money. So what the Olympics is basically doing is profiting off of every single athlete from every single country, and they pocket all that. And you know what they do? They just fucking buy a few fucking medals, gold medals and silver medals, and you go, here you go, keep the change, you filthy animal. That's what they tell you. But it's getting crazier. So apparently, they're struggling for money because they're going to give the athletes cardboard beds. Cardboard bed frames for Tokyo Olympic athletes. Now, okay, let's think here for a second. Are we doing it because cardboard is more or less biodegradable? Or, which I think it's true, which I think this is the main reason why they're doing it, because it's a lot cheaper than getting them beds. It's, you know what? I would dare say it's even a lot cheaper than getting cots. Well, who's going to pay for that, right? Obviously, not the Olympics, because they got to make the money. They got to make more money than what they made last year, obviously. So let's find out what kind of bed frames these are. So this is an article from NBC Sports. Let me back up a little bit. So the article about Kim Jong-un warning young people from North Korea against using slang words from the South. That article is actually from BBC News. I'll put the link on the, so that if you want to read it, go ahead and read it. But that's pretty much it, what I said. So he wants everybody to do the hair. Look at this fuck. That hairstyle is the stupidest hairstyle I've ever seen. Is that like a bowl cut, but you just fucking put it back? Would I get in trouble for clowning on this guy? I don't know. I don't know if somebody's going to get mad because I clowned and call him little chubs. Anyways, cardboard bed frames from Tokyo Olympic athletes. Tokyo Olympics athletes, beware, particularly large ones. The bed frames in the athletes' village at this year's Olympics will be made of cardboard, sturdy cardboard. I may add, sturdy, okay? Sturdy cardboard. None of that cheap cardboard that you get at fucking Home Depot. Those beds can stand up to 200 kilograms. Come on, get with the fucking program. This is America. Tell us fucking... Let me find out how many 200 milligrams it is first. How much is kilograms? 200 kilograms. Is it kilograms or kilometers? No, kilograms. 2 pounds. Jesus Christ. Can't we just fucking speak American here? Jesus. So apparently that's 420 pounds. Explained Takashi Kitajima, the general manager of the athlete village, speaking through the interpreter. That's about 440 pounds. Yeah, that's what I just said. And surely no Olympic athlete weighs that much. Why surely? What about the power lifters? What about hey, what the fuck? You see this? That's fucking, oh my God. What about the power lifters? You're not thinking about them? Are you going to let them fucking sleep on the floor with all those muscles? Jesus Christ. They are stronger than wooden beds. Can you explain to me how cardboard is stronger than wood? Maybe I'm fucking stupid, but I don't understand that. Do I drop the F word too much? I do, but who cares? Kitajima, you don't know what you're talking about. I work with wood just about every day of the week. And check this out. I've actually, some pretty sturdy cardboard, I grabbed and I smacked somebody in the back with it, and the cardboard just bent. But if I grab a piece of wood and I smack somebody with it, that piece of wood most likely will not break, because I'm not strong enough to hit somebody with a a piece of wood to break it. Unless, what are we talking about? What kind of wood are we talking about? But if we're talking about a regular piece of wood, like a 2x4 or whatever the fuck there are in Europe, whatever the hell they are, then I don't think so. I think the wood would hurt more. Yes. But this is a stupid fucking, this is like saying, yeah, whatever. Yeah, just tell him that. That's what that is to me. He also took into account the possibility of wild room celebrations after, say, a gold medal victory. Of course, wood and cardboard would each break if you jumped on them. More than likely, the cardboard will break. The single bed frames will be recycled into paper products after the games. The mattress components, the mattresses are not made of cardboard. We will recycle them into plastic products. There it is. That's what I was saying earlier. I was trying to ask what it was. It's because they were biodegradable. That's what it is. They can recycle them. But can't you recycle wood? And yeah, I think you can. The idea was to use material that could be remade after the Olympics and Paralympics, but the cardboard frames and supports should give the rooms a Spartan look. What the fuck are we doing now? Organizers showed off the beds and a few other furnishings on Thursday at their headquarters. The entire Athlete Village complex will be completed in June. So it might already be, didn't it? The Olympics open in July 24th, followed by the Paralympics in August 25th. What the fuck are the Paralympics? Nobody even cares about those. Who watches this shit anyways? The organizing committee was thinking about recyclable items and that the bed was one of the ideas. Kitajima explained, credited local Olympic sponsors Airwave Incorporated for the execution. Organizers say this is the first time that the beds and beddings of the Athlete Village have been made of renewable materials. See, that I like. But I think wood is pretty renewable as well. But I mean, what the fuck do I know? I don't know shit. The Athlete Village being built alongside Tokyo Bay will comprise 18,000 beds for the Olympics and be composed to 21 apartment towers, even more building constructions and being planned in the next several years. So when are the Olympics? The real estate ads say units will be sold off afterwards or rented, with the sale price starting from 54 million yen or about $500,000 and soaring 3 or 4 times that much. Some fear the apartments will flood the market, possibly impacting property values. Yo, how fucking expensive are houses in Tokyo? Japan? Taiwan? Korea? I don't know where they're from. But anyways, I see that I like. Okay, but don't come at me telling me. Okay, let me back up. I like that you're making the beds biodegradable. I like it. Yes, it's good. It's good for the environment. It's good for everyone. However, I do not appreciate you lying to us and telling us that it's sturdier than wood. That, sir, I think you're full of caca. And that being said, my friends, that's it for today. Thank you for listening to my. I'm not even ready to go yet. No, I'm not ready. See, I always mess this one up all the time. There'll be a day that I will get it right, and I hope everybody will be happy with me getting it right. So one day I will, and it'll be the best of the best that you will see. And again, I want to thank every single one of you. Please subscribe to my channel. I need the help. I need all the help you can get. It doesn't mean much to you to hit subscribe, but it means the world to me. So please, thank you very much if you do. I appreciate the notion and the motion of the ocean. Thank you very much for listening. This is R2 Cents.